Hello everyone, thanks for coming to this video. It's up to you. Do you want my 100k subscriber milestone to be finished or not? I'm hoping to get 100 likes for this video, but it's up to you. But anyways, I am very grateful to you for watching. So let's start on the content. As you can see in the title, today I'm going to narrate 2 horror stories. Please guess what horror stories and leave them in the comment section below. Let's start. They're both stories. The first one is by James Mark and the second is by Mark. They've not given their surnames for some reason, but it's okay. Let's hear the story. Story 1. I lived in a town and wanted to go to the mountains. So I went and walked. I reached upon a place where there was a dead body. I got scared. But there was something strange. His hand had a note. And when I saw that note, it was written, "You're dead." I got very scared and ran back to my house. And that night, I got a knock at my house. I got very scared that it was the middle of the night. Who would knock? I ran to get my basketball and my baseball bat. I held the basketball at one hand to throw it at the intruder who was trying to break down my door. My door was very strong, but it was a large door. It could break easily. I could see through the peephole a man. That same man who was dead there. Or maybe he was not dead. I called the cops who came rushing there. I shouted, "The cops are coming. You are dead," just like he had written in the note. But what was even more scary that the knock stopped, but from the camera, the man literally disappeared. I got so scared that I literally pissed in my pants. The cops arrived, but there was no one. I showed them the footage. They got creeped out and said, "You were maybe suffering from a hallucination, cause that man was not dead. He is actually an alive person." But what is so scary that I could see a knife stabbed on him. Who was that man? And what was going to happen if I had stayed there for some more time? If the man would have broke open the door? If the police would not have come? I went back to my town, and from that day, there's no problem. This next story is by an 18-year-old who has said to keep his name anonymous. But still, he said that you may give my name, but it's up to you. I chose to give him Mark for the story. That is it. Otherwise, I can't tell you it. It was a good sunny day and he was enjoying that day because it was Friday. In the last period, he decided to sneak out with his friend Tom and meet his friend Bob by the end of the class in the maths lab. Bob said, "I'm going to sneak out after some time and please wait." But then a man came. And then Tom uttered, "Oh, the fuck." Because the man was very shaggy. He had a black jeans and a hood. He was looking black from his head, but we could not clearly distinguish. He said, "Is there any problem?" in a very gruff way. We said, "No." And then we texted Mark that, "Mark, why aren't you coming?" Said, "There was a man who came and there is a lockdown going on. You two enter your lockers and lock it, or go into open classrooms and lock and stay put." Okay, first we were scared, and then we heard shot sound. First we thought it has to be some ping pong shots, but then it later found out to be gunshots, and then we heard a charging sound. Someone was running towards us, and that same man was coming, holding a knife. We ran to an open door, literally bashed it to the sewing and locked it tight, and closed it and hid in the corner. I could see banging sounds. Lot of banging sounds were happening. We got very scared. We got so scared that I felt like I was going to vomit in the next moment. But then we heard cops sound. I could hear that man say, "Oh shit, I could not take my revenge." Then we could hear footsteps leaving that place. The cops entered, and to our very sad surprise, one of our teachers had been shot badly. She managed to survive, but always had to limp on one leg. I always feel very sorry for the teacher. And Tom always thinks that he is the reason why this all happened. But anyways, we're grateful to God that we survived that day. Otherwise, who knows, that man might have killed us. However, I have made an interpretation of this story which I shared with that man. He said that it might be good. And what is that interpretation? He might have wanted to take revenge on Tom for saying him in such bad language. Anyways, I'm going to share another short story as a bonus, because you guys have been so merciful. Like this sound, the parrots were screeching, and there was a dense jungle. We were all there, reading a book on a stream, on a rock. Then I remembered that Chloe had not come till now. Then we saw Chloe running towards us. He said, "Guys, you know this place has now guided tours. You want to come?" Now, first of all, we did not know that they're guided tours. But before that time, I can recollect that I saw a cave with human bones and flesh rotting there. I ran for my life. But now, due to this peace, I've forgotten it. But it flashed back. I said, "How did that man look and what was he exactly showing?" That Chloe said that man was trying to take me to the cave. Said I did not want to go and ran here. I got very scared. And you know, the next day on the newspaper it came out that a man was trying to kill and kidnap children for either ransom or their body parts, or to trouble and torture them. I told Chloe never to follow anyone, and we retired back to our lodge. That night we heard a thud sound at our door. It was locked, luckily, but someone was trying to break in. We held our basketball bats just in case. Sorry for that. Then I could hear the wood creaking and trying to break open. Then we caught on our instincts and said, "The police is coming," and called the police. Then we heard a laughing sound, and as usual the man left due to that police. I have never seen that man on from that day, and we came back from that trip. However, it's so scary to know all this. What would have happened? Thank you for watching this video. Please share any of your horror experience to devabratamishra@gmail.com. Thank you again.